Pong the Animation. When I first heard about it in a Trash Taste episode, where Connor briefly mentioned that Pong the Animation is kinda good, that was the only exposure I had of the show. And honestly, it's crazy because apart from that, I've never heard anyone talk about it. I had never even noticed it on Twitter or seen it pop up on Analyst, which I often check to see if there's any other animes I might have missed. And it's completely forgotten or super underrated by pretty much everyone. And honestly, that's a crime because this anime absolutely slaps. And when I say it slaps so hard. Now, I don't know anything about table tennis or ping pong. I have zero clue about the sport. The only experience I have with it was maybe playing it once in a sports store, and that's pretty much it. So when I went into this anime, I had no idea what to expect, but I decided, alright, let's give it a shot and see what it's all about. Now let me tell you, I'm not disappointed. In fact, I'm so happy I found out about this anime. Whether you like ping pong or not, it doesn't matter. Pong the Animation is for anyone who loves good anime, and that's why I'm telling you to watch this show right now. But before that, here's a word from our sponsor. Have you ever felt your anime is a bit blurry? Well, do not worry anymore because today's video sponsor 4dig has a solution for you. 4dig is a software that you can use to upscale your anime to much higher resolution than normal. 4dig comes with a lot of options like anime model, face model, where you can change between humans and anime. Also, you can choose different resolutions, which will help you decide. And also the AI enhanced feature, which you can select quality or speed depending on how fast your computer is. Also, there are other options like the photo enhancer, which you can upscale photos with, and also the video colorizer, and also the image colorizer, which you can use to colorize your old images. 4dig also comes with various other cool features which you can check out in the link in the description below. And with that being said, back to the video. I know sports anime are typically all about hype. It's the genre of hype, right? But Pong the Animation shows that you can make a good sports anime that isn't just all about hype. I know that's a bold statement, but it's true. I'm not saying sports animes don't know how to invoke other emotions than hype, but compared to most sports animes, Pong goes deeper into the psychological aspects of the sport. And no, it's not like the stink aura from Blue Lock, but at the same time, the way the show explores these themes is still digestible and fun for the mass audience. Pong is essentially a coming-of-age story about people involved in table tennis. But even though it's a coming-of-age story, I think it speaks to all ages in different ways. It motivates us to do better, to unleash our final form, our full potential. Whether you're a teenager or an adult, this show hits different because it taps into something universal: self-doubt, growth, and the quest to become the best version of yourself. Pong is a masterpiece in how it tells that story, while also being very accessible to most people thanks to its short runtime. As you grow older, you realize how important time is, and a show is only good if you can actually watch it. Pong makes sure that you can and that you will. Before I dive into the meat of Pong, I need to mention how amazing the art and animation style is. Generic is the last thing you can call this anime, and I do not say that lightly. The fun, colorful, and slightly goofy art style oozes personality and conveys emotions beautifully. It's a big part of what makes Pong so special. The animation style is also something you won't see in your typical anime. It's fun, unrefined, and perfect for Pong. It's not polished in a conventional way, but that's exactly what makes it work so well. The animation and art feels alive, which perfectly mirrors the energy of table tennis itself. Alright then, let's get back to it. Pong the Animation isn't just an anime about ping pong. Sure, table tennis is at the center, but the show goes much deeper than that. It's about self-worth, how you think more about yourself, and whether you're really cut out for something. It makes you question, is it even possible for me to reach levels I want with the skills I have? One of my favorite quotes from the show is, "A hero has no weakness." But at the same time, the anime is realistic about how some people are just more talented, and there's nothing you can do about it. Even if you train for 20 years, someone with natural talent is going to be better at it. Some people are just simply born with a gift, and there's no denying it. But back to the anime, that's what makes this show so great. Whether you like ping pong or not, the show resonates on a deeper level. Now, if you're wondering who the protagonist is, it's a little tricky because ping pong doesn't have a traditional single protagonist. Yes, we do follow one character named Smile, and Smile is basically a table tennis prodigy. Born to play the sport, his natural talent is pretty much undeniable. His friend Peko is more of a detragonist, got him into table tennis. Their friendship is really interesting and one of the key parts of this anime. Smile, or Tsukimoto, is called Smile because he is an antisocial guy who rarely, if ever, smiles. Like I said earlier, the anime isn't just about ping pong. It's about relationships, suffering, hard work, regrets, and more. The biggest one we are following in this relationship is between Peko and table tennis itself. Once deemed a prodigy, Peko slowly loses his touch with table tennis because he just didn't feel like pushing himself to achieve greatness, and instead of thinking he can do better, he just stopped playing table tennis altogether. At one point, Peko goes through a midlife crisis of sorts. He starts smoking, chasing girls, and losing focus on table tennis. He doesn't care about the game anymore because he believes Smile is unbeatable. Peko loses matches to amateurs, people who shouldn't be able to beat him. And that also affects Smile because he starts holding back whenever he plays with Peko, because he does not want to see his childhood friend who got him into the sport fail. Smile's story is a bit opposite. Being someone who's considered a prodigy, he does not like standing out and tries to avoid attention as much as possible. He plays table tennis not because he wants to really, but he does it because it's like a habit almost. If he wants to, he will win, and if he wants to, he will also lose. He's the type of guy who doesn't really care for glory and scouts the situation before making the final decision, be that destroying the opponent or letting him just win. But Smile's biggest disappointment is that he lost his hero, the hero who introduced him into the world of table tennis, not being interested and putting in the work like he used to anymore. And that makes him think table tennis is not really a hobby worth pursuing, even though he kept on doing it regardless. And while Smile's been trying to get Peko back on track, he was also holding himself back involuntarily. There are other characters too, like this Chinese player named Kang Wenga, who comes to Japan after getting kicked off the Chinese national team and now tries to be the best version of himself. And Kazama, who is obsessed with table tennis and plays ping pong not just for himself, but for his team and the school. Every single character in the show feels very real. It's not an anime where everything is perfect or turns out perfect later on. These people have real problems, which makes the show much more grounded. Apart from these main characters, you also have supporting ones like Tsukimoto's coach and Hoshino's coach, Hoshino being Peko and Tsukimoto being Smile, who are both really well developed. Every single character, even the minor ones, feels fully fleshed out, and the show manages to do that in just 11 episodes. It's incredible how well paced and well written it is. So I highly recommend you go and watch the show right now because it's a show with a lot to tell, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. Anyway, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter if you think I am funny, maybe, and I'll see you later.